everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. We've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Wilson's Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game, but with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Then to throw again. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. The 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eli Rodgers, 60 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. In the slot on the right is Graham. On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And caught right side, Green. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
19. Safe. Check tempo. Check 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He'll dump it off to Procise. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Easy. Two.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Ben to throw again. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And caught right side, Green. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
3rd down now following the completed pass. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 43 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They come out here in the I. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Roethlisberger will throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rogers, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
There goes Thomas Rawls. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards remaining now on second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Bell. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eli Rodgers, 76 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the wideout in motion. From the gun on third down, Wilson steps away to his left. He finds his man, Baldwin. Doug Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, Sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. Room here to run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Stays on his feet. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. Now fourth down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
On the return, the old reliable Devin Hester, the veteran. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure?
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off William Gay. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. And the play clock's running down. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker. And pitch. Take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Past the 20, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big pickup there on the run. 33 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. Could have hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Play clock winding down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Here, losing yardage back to the 16. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He dropped it. couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And give him another 6. A touchdown, and the blowout continues. Up the lead by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. In the slot on the right is Graham. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
I love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here's Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We know it's not an passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And Wilson has it. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th down, and move the sticks. A big offensive explosion helped. victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.